TPC is a petrochemical manufacturing company with several facilities along the Gulf Coast of Texas and Louisiana. At the time of the incident, the company produced butadiene at its Port Neches plant. Butadiene is used as a building block in the production of a wide range of products, but is most commonly used to produce synthetic rubber. It is a highly reactive chemical, which if not properly managed, can lead to serious hazards. For instance, in the presence of oxygen, high-purity butadiene can undergo reactions to form a solid substance known as popcorn polymer. If popcorn polymer accumulates and grows inside process equipment, it can lead to very high pressure and ultimately cause the equipment to rupture. On August 4, 2019, a worker performed a routine operation in TPC's butadiene unit. As part of that operation, the worker shut down a primary pump that was part of the butadiene production process. When the worker tried to restart the pump, it would not operate. The primary pump was sent for repair and remained out of service from that date forward. A spare pump was used to continue operations. The inoperable pump created a significant dead leg, which is an area of piping that is open to the process but does not have any material flowing through it. The CSB determined that over the next 114 days, popcorn polymer began to form and accumulate within the dead leg. But the CSB could not find evidence that anyone at TPC recognized the hazard created by the dead leg. At 12:54 a.m. on November 27th, excessive popcorn polymer buildup caused the dead leg piping to suddenly rupture. Approximately 6,000 gallons of liquid, primarily composed of butadiene, emptied through the ruptured piping in less than a minute. The liquid vaporized upon release to the atmosphere, forming a flammable cloud. 3 nearby workers were startled by the rupture. They immediately recognized the danger and quickly departed as the vapor cloud grew. In just 2 minutes, the flammable vapor cloud found an ignition source and exploded. The resulting pressure wave destroyed parts of the facility and injured 2 TPC employees and a security contractor. The blast damaged nearby homes and buildings and was reportedly felt up to 30 miles away. Local officials stated 5 residents reported minor injuries. At least 2 additional explosions occurred following the initial blast. Some of the piping damaged by those explosions could not be isolated. As a result, flammable process fluid continued to escape from ruptured equipment, and smaller contained fires burned for more than a month. At 10:09 a.m. on January 4, 2020, the TPC Incident Command confirmed that all fires were finally out. The Chemical Safety Board launched an investigation into the incident at TPC and found 4 key safety issues contributed to the incident. They are dead leg identification and control, process hazard analysis, action item implementation, control and prevention of popcorn polymer, and remotely operated emergency isolation valves. The first safety issue is dead leg identification and control. The TPC Port Neches facility had an operating procedure in place called Dead Legs in High Purity Butadiene Service that was intended to minimize the formation of popcorn polymer. The procedure called for running spare pumps within the unit twice per month in order to circulate material through piping that was connected to the pumps and was otherwise out of service, forming a dead leg. The procedure did not, however, identify the potential for a dead leg to form if the primary pump was out of service for an extended amount of time, which is what happened in the months leading to the incident. Therefore, the procedure did not specify ways to mitigate the hazard of popcorn polymer formation should the primary pump be offline. And the CSB found that although repair of the primary pump was initially prioritized as urgent, it was soon changed to routine due to the existence of the spare pump. This led to a dead leg that existed for at least 114 days, allowing dangerous levels of popcorn polymer to form and grow.
Had TPC's procedure specifically identified the potential for a dead leg to form when the primary pump was offline, personnel may have taken action to prevent accumulation of popcorn polymer, such as prioritizing repair of the pump, purging the piping, or adding popcorn polymer inhibitor to the dead leg. Instead, TPC appeared to consider the offline pump as a threat to maintaining unit operation, not as a threat to process safety, and the result was the destruction of the unit.
In its final report, the CSB made a recommendation to TPC Group to develop and implement a process to identify and control or eliminate dead legs in high-purity butadiene service. In addition, the CSB identified gaps in industry guidance around the issue of dead legs in butadiene units. A guidance document developed by the American Chemistry Council, called the Butadiene Product Stewardship Guidance Manual, is designed to provide general information to companies that may handle or store butadiene. While the manual gives a general overview of popcorn polymer, it does not contain any information on the potential consequences of dead legs, or how companies should identify, control, or prevent dead legs. The CSB believes that such additional guidance could have helped to prevent this incident and could help prevent similar incidents in the future. As a result, the CSB made a recommendation to the American Chemistry Council to revise its Butadiene Product Stewardship Guidance Manual to include guidance on identifying and controlling or eliminating dead legs in high-purity butadiene service. The second safety issue identified by the CSB is Process Hazard Analysis Action Item implementation. The CSB reviewed 2 process hazard analyses, or PHAs, that focused on TPC's butadiene process. In one of them, a PHA performed in 2016, the hazard of popcorn polymer accumulation causing low or no flow was identified. The PHA team made a recommendation to TPC to assure that when equipment is out of service for maintenance, the lines are still flushed monthly. TPC management accepted this recommendation and assigned a due date for implementation in December 2016, almost 3 years before the incident. But the CSB found the recommendation was never implemented.
Had TPC